the first ever player who won one of the biggest tournaments as a stand-in is this guy.
Maikelele be the man, off the hook like Peter Pan. He be fragging so high on the board he can see Japan. Don't need no ad-libs to get your ass kicked. Shot in the head so many times you'll need an aspirin. That's right, and I'm proud to share his blood, sharing every time he's near an enemy and tears it up. So give it up, y'all should probably lie down, cause this will end in skill, not a lottery knife round.
Maikelele is a Swedish player who was part of this legendary Ninja in Pyjamas roster as an opener and was one of the promising Swedish players at that time. When he played for NIP, already in the short term he did a good result with them, reaching Grand Final of the DreamHack Winter 2014 Major, where they unfortunately lost to LDLC, but hey, it was surely a good run for the new roster. A month after the Major, they attended 2 tournaments where they reached the Grand Finals, unfortunately losing to LDLC again, but winning the other. There he claimed his first and only MVP in his entire career. I mean, reaching 3 consecutive Grand Finals, including the Major, within just 2 months with a new player, this team clearly had the potential to become the best team in the world. However, despite these results, they just removed him. There's no any explicit information about that, but I guess it was because of the overall performance. And after that, he got replaced by the Finnish Red Bull Holic.
Are those Red Bulls only for the commercials, or can you actually drink them?
No, you can actually, you can drink them. It's fine.
So how exactly he won the tournament as a stand-in? After 2 years, in August 2016, NIP had a big tournament at Starladder 2016 in Kiev. The player of NIP Pite was unable to play on the tournament due to a wrist injury, and even before this tournament, in place of Pite, Discodoplan played as a stand-in in online games. But NIP decided to release Discodoplan back to his team, Epsilon, to allow him to continue his development there. And yeah, you guessed it right. NIP urgently needed a short-term replacement, so the final decision was to bring back the former player of NIP, Maikelele, who at that time left the FaZe clan, and he of course agreed to step in. And actually, this tournament was stacked as hell, featuring teams ranked from top 2 to nearly top 16. Maybe you have a question where is top 1 team? They didn't attend the tournament because one of the players had the surgery. Nonetheless, even without SK, everybody including me were expecting NIP to struggle at the tournament, especially considering the fact that they had only 1 week for preparation and they're playing with stand-in. The group at this event looked like this, and while they weren't clear favorites, they were rated as the second best team in the group. Honestly, at the time surely I was hype about it, that the old member of NIP returned. However, I couldn't believe that NIP could compete against top teams with stand-in. I really doubted them, but it wouldn't me if I wasn't wrong. The first match was against Hellraisers. I'm sure many of you New Gen players don't know much about them, but their firepower was comparable to Team Liquid nowadays. In other words, they were a team capable of beating any tier 1 team. The match was played on cash, and things didn't start well for NIP. In the first 10 rounds, they were down 1-9. Maikelele wasn't performing as expected, and when I rewatched the replay of this match, I noticed that he was struggling with missing key shots. After this, I thought, GG easy, team noob. However, something clicked through their mind, and they started winning rounds one after another.
They have this. It's going to be very close. I think just... No, they don't get it! Oh, that's unlucky. So
by the end of the half, they had closed the gap to 6-9. It's actually insane to see, but NIP didn't stop there. On the series side, they continued their dominance, winning round after round, and even taking the lead for the first time.
Is absolutely primed. I don't think they know he's here. He's going to drop the bomb. Now Angel, he's got 5 HP, needs to instantly hit the shot, and that's perfect.
He has to commit. Look at where that bomb is found.
He's lost
he needs
it.
to pick it up, but it is all
He's
over.
lost it.
Get right, please.
And without any problem, they were already on streak, securing the victory to play for playoff spot. Their second game was against another Swedish team, GodSent, the world number 4 team at that time. This lineup was essentially the old Fnatic roster, but without Olaf Meister. If NIP win this match, they would secure a spot in the playoffs. I actually thought that GodSent at that time was much stronger than NIP, but GodSent got completely stumped.
Counter peeks from the other side of Monster to pinch them into what is a very funneled position, however, Freiburg. It's a third as well as Schneider walks in.
Not necessarily the best bounce on that Molotov, but Forrest, no armor, he can just shoot them apart. Go for it.
The game was one-sided, GodSent couldn't do anything against NIP, and for the stand-in, Maikelele performed really well on this map, putting up solid stats and proving his value to the team. And actually, look at this shit. Actually, TV users were crazy at that time, making the actual worst player of the match the best player of the match. That's funny. Anyway, solid win for NIP, 16-5. That's crazy. They got into playoffs. After securing a spot in playoffs, NIP had already achieved their minimum goal. Reaching the playoff with standing was no easy task, but the next opponent was Astarlis. Not the legendary Astarlis, but the roster with Kerrigan and Caribbean. If NIP win this best of 3 match, it would prove that making out of the group stage was no fluke.
Is also going to be in a high impact situation in a few moments.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. They have to make this work. And actually, it's Carrigan. He's just going to sit behind. Dupree gets 2. That's the round over and done with. He's got 22 seconds to play with. And without spotting out this Zipic spot, he's going to spray 1. Kyobi's there with 2 trades as well to take down more. And this is all down to Maikelele. The last round of the half, it will go Astralis' way.
On NIP's map pick, they crumbled. I mean, they lost a lot of executes, but pistol rounds, and it allowed Astralis to build a massive lead. It felt like no one in NIP was playing what they're capable. But surely, Astralis were clearly prepared for them. And the next up was SC, Astralis map pick. And yeah, this game was expected to be rough.
Behind Big Box. Oh, switching guns, and he gets the kill, but he's running out of time.
Yeah, don't...
Oh, he has it? Oh my god, he has it.
Oh my god.
Those players, so... Ooh, there's a run out mid. Nice shot from Device. He's going to look for another kill. Will he be able to get it? He does.
Oh,
Exists, misses a couple of bullets, and Dupree answers back.
Maikelele, he's in a 1 versus 1. Zipic's going to be trying to make this steps into the Molotov, and that's going to be the end of his round. It doesn't matter.
The score in the first half was 4-11, not in NIP's favor, and if they lose this pistol round, it would probably mean the loss for NIP. But they managed to take the pistol round and even take control of the game.
Where anybody is, so they're just having to find things out as they go along, and Forest takes the first pick now. The spray comes in. It is just Forest. Get right, exists. Doing all the damage, but Device.
Honestly, I was genuinely amazed that NIP pulled it off. They only dropped 1 round on City side, and they ended up stealing Astralis map pick. Moving forward to overpass, NIP's top rush B tactic, and like literally every player of NIP played real well on this map.
Try to even up. Good flash.
Oh, that's a nice flash. That gives a good opportunity as well. He could take back long from Device. Freiburg's actually found another in the meantime. Maikelele has gone absolutely huge in this round. Including that pistol. And well, there we go, Forest finding the kill onto Device. They are just killing off everyone.
The first half ended in favor of NIP, fell 3, and look who is stopped fragging. The guy that... Sorry. And yeah, on this map he played exceptionally well. And this map wasn't that long. It turned out to be an easy win on the third map for NIP, no real struggles. They move on to semifinals where Cloud9 were already waiting for them. And actually, back in the days, Cloud9 was considered the hope of North Americans, yes. And honestly, I was kind of amazed that they managed to reach the semis. Okay, start of the game and start of the pistol round, NIP got slaughtered. And after this round, NIP decided to make a 4th round, and the 4th round actually paid off by winning the round. 5-3 on the scoreboard, Cloud9 leading the game, and I don't know, it's a magic of NIP on this tournament, but they always waking up when it needed. Winning round after round, the first half ended in their favor, and they keep pressuring C9. Huge gap, 4-7 on the scoreboard, and yes, C9 kept resisting, but eventually it didn't help at all. Nonetheless, solid win for NIP, and the next map is Cobblestone. God damn it, bring back Cobblestone. The start of the game was the same as on Dust 2. The win on pistol round for Cloud9, and afterwards the 4th round by NIP. And they somehow managed to win this. I mean, Get Right was smurfing on this map. I won't talk too much about this game. NIP played really well. I mean, there were no chances for C9. They got completely outplayed on both maps. Actually, an easy win for NIP, and they are in grand finals. And who have thought that NIP would make out into the finals with a stand-in? Nobody expected this, but at the end of the road stood G2. 2 players of G2 were dominating on the way, and they had been unstoppable throughout the event, so there was no way NIP could win this, right? Let's see. The first map was cash, and the pistol round, like, what the f is that, 5 mid? I couldn't understand what G2 were planning, but okay, I guess. But if they're 5 mid, they should do something, right? They were trying to go for double boost, but look at this dude. Look at them. They couldn't even jump properly. And of course, 5 mid didn't work at all, and they got demolished by that. On the other hand, we all know how sloppy NIP T-side used to be, but this time they looked confident and knew exactly what they were doing. And T-side went for them flawless. The first half ended up 12-3. Everything was just going their way. At that point, it honestly felt impossible to beat NIP, and yeah, the final score was 16-7, an easy win for Ninjas, putting them just one map away from winning the whole tournament. But the follow-up map was Overpass due to map pick, and they didn't think too much about tactic. I mean, Rush B. NIP's aim left the chat, and they lost the round. 3-0 on the scoreboard's first full buy is a crucial round because if they lose this, they will be broke, meaning giving away more rounds. Again, Rush B by G2, but Freiburg said,
Double flash back into the site to give Freiburg vision. And Body and Shocks need to find the way back toward the top of the site. It's Shocks versus 4. And he's already being tagged down, 56.
G2 tried to head to another side, but there's Forrest saying,
Swing wide on this APC, but he's got to watch out for flash. And it's Smiths to find one back, but finally Get Right will go down to the AWP, but Forrest has danced back to the left of the boxes, and he is going to close out the round himself.
And actually, this game will be promising because G2 played really cocky. But being cocky doesn't mean you can be stopped.
Going to greet him when he goes for the repeat, and now they're also watching off to Maikelele, but he's pulled off one. Existus got the other, and Maikelele's still in behind that truck position. He's got a second. This time he might get the 3 lays. He's all there. And Maikelele is absolutely on fire once again on Overpass. We said he was the resurgence to this team, and it's 4 kills for Maikelele.
Yeah, the help was in favor for Ninjas, however, the game felt rough for them. Then, at the start of the second half at the pistol round, there was a technical issue that prevented G2 to defuse the bomb. Don't worry, this was counted as a win for G2, but the technical pause lasted almost half an hour. And check this out, there were no proper restart points available, so they had to replay their round and handed over kills to players who had gotten fragged during the original pistol round. I've never seen that happen in modern tournaments, but honestly, it's awesome to witness this kind of moments. The rest of the game was rough for both teams. One team would take lead, then the other would bounce back. The score stayed tight the whole way through. NIP managed to take 3 rounds in a row and they had the chance to close out the game right at this moment in the post-plant situation. Especially when Smith missed probably the most important shot in the game. Yeah, they lost this round. If this game was played in modern days, that would be punished, and after that, NIP lost remaining rounds and it all went to overtimes. Honestly, there is not much more to say. Yeah, the game was rough for both teams, but somehow magically NIP managed to win the game and the tournament. They went undefeated, dropping only 1 map along the way. Who could have imagined that team with sole player that was removed back in 2015 would win the whole tournament? No one. Historical actually. Forrest claimed his deservable MVP award, but every NIP member performed well, maintaining strong rating throughout the event. Even Maikelele as a stand-in had similar rating to his teammates. This was only the second tournament he had ever won, and you might want to know what happened afterwards. They attended one more tournament where they didn't even make out of the group. I mean, the group system was kinda on this tournament. Anyway, after Pipe recovers from his injury, Maikelele and NIP parted away. Nonetheless, it was great to see this lineup reunited after 2 years apart, and it was the first time ever, at least in CSGO, when stand-in won one of the biggest tournaments. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hell the road for NIP, respect for them, and actually, I like this kind of story that involves all players. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. It's only 2 buttons for you, but it will make me happy and I will know that I'm doing correct things. Yeah, thanks for watching once again. The next video will be in the next week, or maybe in 2 weeks. I hope that it will be sooner, but we will see. So stay tuned.